All right, new video. Yeah, I guess I'll just talk about the TV show Lost and what I love about it, and it's going to be a reason that probably no one thinks about, but I don't know. This might be one. So basically, I haven't watched the whole thing. I saw the ending, and then I watched it one time in school, and I remember. So I remember how it begins is with the plane crashing to an island, and then I don't know if everyone survived. I'm assuming I know some did. I don't know if everyone in that plane survived, but definitely some did. At the beginning, at least, and all I remember is they were in the island, and I remember the ending, all that stuff. But I haven't watched the whole series, but I like the concept. It's where they're trying to get their way back to society, um, and they go through a lot of challenges and obstacles doing that, and that's pretty much the premise of the TV show. So, what do I like about it? You know, right now, I really don't like, even though I think I'm in a, decent, fortunate position in this world, or when I say world, I really mean this system. I, I'm gonna walk back and forth. I don't like it in general still. I don't like going through the hard times. And I'll say on record, even though there were some good times and the bad times, I don't want to go through that journey again, the life that I'm living on. And because it's very tough. There's good sides, that I've been going through. There's good times, and, I enjoy as much as I can. But then once it's a low moment, it feels more lower than it is for me. And maybe that's just because of me. Um, when I hit a low moment, it almost feels like I'm being back to square one, and I feel behind. Even though I know I shouldn't, it's just the feeling that just comes at me. I don't want to feel it, I just feel it for whatever reason. And, I don't, people who go through the ups and downs and make it to their goal, people say, oh my God, it's worth it. I've accomplished some things, and I'm probably one of the very few people that be like, it was not worth it. you know, the amount of struggles I went through and all that stuff. I don't want to live that kind of life. I don't really like living the hero's journey. I'll just say that. I don't, because I feel like the losses can take a toll on you. It's like a movie, right? Where there's a bad guy or obstacle. Bad guys are more of obstacles than anything. And then there's some climax, then you lose someone dear to you, and then you fight, and then you redeem it, and you do it for him or whatever, or her. Great, sure, the story sounds good and all, but they just end the movie there sometimes. I know there's sequels and all that, and all that good stuff, but like, you like they just end the movie. But what people don't do is, maybe not a lot of people do, some probably do, but people don't think is, so what happens after, right? I think a great example would be Whiplash. I'll get back to the point anyways about the movie, about the TV show Lost, but like Whiplash, this guy, you know, broke up with his girlfriend, and broke up with his girlfriend, but he played the drums great. He performed for an audience that, probably the audience that might forget about everything that day, even though it's quote unquote memorable. And like the ending of Whiplash where he plays right, but everything that he went through, like I'm like, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to put my body in that kind of pain. It's very destructive, and it's unbearable for me. I can't go through something like that. And if I was in this journey, and this is not doubt. It's just what I really realistically think. If I was in that journey, I probably might end up dead halfway through it because of all that drums and then the bleeding, then the yelling, and not even the yelling. That I've been yelled at before, but it's just the slapping and all that physical punishment. I'm like, oh god, wrap it. It's, shoot, I don't know if I got it on camera. And I'm just saying, life's just too hard and tough to live here that I don't think I can handle it. Now, back to the TV show Lost. What I love about it is that, first of all, I don't ever want to be in the middle of a plane crash or be one of the victims or any of that. I do not. But what's great is that the characters that survived, I think, are one of the most luckiest people ever. Here's why from my perspective. And these reasons I give, it could be arguable. They can go, people could see it the other way rather than see it my way, and that's fine. These are just my opinions. Holy, I can't even get peace and quiet here, even though I'm here like when no one should be here. Whatever, it is what it is. So, that's fine. So what happens in Lost is these people in plane crash and they're stuck in an island and they're trying to find a way to try and get contact from society and try to get back there, try to find a way to get back there. And if I were in their position, I probably wouldn't do that. I don't want to go back. It's too toxic. People act like this, and people, like, I think you have to know where I'm coming from, right? When they're toxic. Whew. Okay. Oh man, I'm tired. But everyone's toxic, everyone's sad. Like, living here is very depressing. It really, oh my god, it's getting darker. It's very depressing though. Maybe I should have filmed this in the morning. Less people will be here. But it's very depressing. Everybody's social media talking about this stuff and that, about their quote unquote good life, and I see that, and then once they get home, they start crying. It's like the perfect couple, but behind the curtain, they're far from that, right? Like everyone masking, everybody putting on a fake smile. Then again, I don't know if this is more European thing, but this is definitely an American thing. Anyways. Wow. Yeah, so basically those guys in Lost are in an island, right? And even though they might not know how to survive or hunt and all that stuff, and I think, we should all be knowing how to do this, really. They are free. No one is there. And obviously, you don't want to be alone. That's not really the best feeling in the world. But I think even worse than that is having people around you making you feel lonely. Now that hits, that's more, that hurts more in my opinion. So, even though there'll be conflict, people might say, oh, some guy might betray you and stuff and kill you. Well, I mean, there's people, I hear a lot of people, and at one point I was at where I wanted to just die. Right now I'm not in a very dark, not as dark place as I was before, but it wasn't the best. Okay, it's just, jeez, there's still people here. It's night already. But yeah, so yeah, then there's that. But it's one of those things, it's almost like a dilemma, but it's really just pick what you want. Here, we don't really pick what we want, but yeah, Lost, those people, they're alone, they don't have to worry about anything, they can just relax and live a good life, That reminds me, if you were on that island, it kind of reminds me of the Okinawan people who are just farming, all that stuff. And they live long, so clearly their lifestyle has to be, I think, because I heard their lifestyle is pretty close to like living as if like you're living like a farmer on an island or something like that, where you're just hunting, gathering, and all that good stuff, and farming. And here you don't really do that. We get to, we're in debt, right? We have road rage, all that stuff. I've seen it. I see people working from 9 to 5, not even 9 to 5, maybe even longer than that. Especially if you're working like a top, those high paying jobs, you know. But, when you're in the island like Lost, you can, like, it's very peaceful there. I know there's people there, but I can barely get peace here. And I'm here like at a time where in a park where no one should be. But, here we are. So, I don't even know if you can see, if the camera can record anything right now. I don't know if it can even see in this darkness, but yeah, So, I guess that's all I gotta say. I don't know if there's more, but, like, alright, I guess I'll call it time now. Or, should I walk the other way? Yeah, let's walk this way. I think there'll be less people. But yeah, like, I always thought like how lucky those people are at Lost, they don't, they very low mental issues. They can enjoy the land they are in. It's like those that are like in a position where the uncontacted tribes are, you know. Yeah, so I guess that's my thoughts. I mean, great show, Lost is, just because that's why I like the concept. Okay, yeah, I got nothing more. Okay, that's all I got. Yeah.